Welcome back to Bangkok and welcome to the area of Thonglor.
สถานีต่อไป Thonglor.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, then my name is Oliver and this channel is all about travel, lifestyle, finance and living life abroad as a digital nomad. Right now I'm doing a Bangkok Area Series around the BTS Sukhumvit line, and in this episode we are checking out the area of Thonglor, which is often described as one of the most lifestyle driven areas of Bangkok. And for some people that's positive and the reason why people come here in the first place, and for some people it's the reason why they stay away. What I mean by all that I will show you in this video, so let's get into it. Before we dive into Thonglor itself, it helps to understand where this area sits within Bangkok and where the name actually comes from. Thonglor is located along the BTS Sukhumvit line between Ekka Mai and Phrom Phong, right in the heart of what many consider central Bangkok. The area is centered around Sukhumvit Soi 55, which is commonly referred to as Thonglor Road. But the name Thonglor doesn't come from the road number. It's named after Thonglor Kamiran, Thai naval officer, which is where the area originally got its name. Over time, this part of Sukhumvit developed into one of the most well-known lifestyle districts in Bangkok. Today, Thonglor is strongly associated with cafes, restaurants, nightlife and high-end living, and it has become one of the most popular areas among expats and young professionals. But with that popularity also come higher prices and a very specific kind of lifestyle. The overall vibe in Thonglor is very different from areas like Onut or Prakanong. This is one of the most polished and lifestyle-driven parts of Bangkok. Everything feels very curated, from cafes and restaurants to the overall atmosphere of the area. It's less about everyday practicality and more about lifestyle and social living. At the same time, it's still a busy and very urban environment. Thonglor doesn't really slow down. There's always something happening, especially in the evenings. But during the day, the area can feel a bit different. While everything looks good on the surface, it can sometimes feel slightly flat, almost like the area is built more around experiences than everyday life. And depending on what you're looking for, that can either be a positive or something that feels a bit less authentic. Transport in Thonglor is convenient, but it comes with trade-offs. The BTS Thonglor station sits on the Sukhumvit line, giving you direct access to key areas like Asok or Siam. From here it takes roughly 5 minutes to reach Asok by BTS. However, one of the main challenges is that a large part of Thonglor sits deeper inside Sukhumvit Soi 55. That means you often rely on motorbike taxis, Grab or short car rides to move between your condos and the BTS. Traffic inside Thonglor can also be quite heavy, especially in the evenings and weekends when people are heading out. So while the area is central, getting around locally isn't always as smooth as it might seem. Thonglor is one of the strongest areas in Bangkok when it comes to lifestyle and facilities. You'll find a huge range of cafes, restaurants, gyms, co-working spaces and boutique shops. The area is built around smaller lifestyle hubs and curated spaces rather than larger traditional shopping malls. Places like the Commons and Donkey Mall offers a mix of dining, retail and everyday services, but they're not full-scale malls where you can find everything in one place. You'll also notice that many of the cafes and co-working spaces are very design-focused, where the experience itself is part of what you're paying for. Some of these places are almost built to be photographed and have become extremely popular for both working and social media. Compared to areas like Phrom Phong or Siam, Thonglor actually lacks larger shopping centers where you can get everything in one place. So while the area offers a lot, daily life here can feel a bit more fragmented and more lifestyle driven than practical. condo landscape in Thonglor is dominated by newer and high-end developments. Many buildings offer modern design, full facilities, and a higher standard of finish compared to areas further out. You'll find both high-rise condos close to the Sukhumvit and quieter residential building deeper into the area. However, one thing to be aware of is space. In many newer developments, unit can be relatively compact, especially compared to what you might find further away from the city center. So while the quality is high, the value per square meter can vary quite a lot. Thonglor is one of the more expensive areas along the BTS Sukhumvit line. Rental prices here are generally higher than in Ekemai, Prakanong or Onut. This is driven by a combination of location, demand and the area's reputation. You're paying for lifestyle, convenience and proximity to central Bangkok. For many people that's worth it. But it's important to understand that you're not just paying more for rent. Everyday expenses like dining, coffee and services also tend to be higher here. So I just wanted to interrupt my voice over here for a bit. It's funny because I've been running around Thonglor for the past 2 days trying to film this video, and on day number 1 I was actually super disappointed with the area. Thought it was very flat during the daytime and maybe a bit pretentious as well. But then here on day 2 I've been in on the smaller streets and looking into the neighborhood without staying on the Maysoi 55, and I must say that the area has grown on me quite a bit. Without this video being finished quite yet, I think I will conclude that if you are thinking about staying in Thonglor, I think it's very important what part of Thonglor you're staying at, depending on where you are, what you are in Bangkok for. And while I have you, please consider giving this video a like. It will mean a whole lot to me. Despite its popularity, Thonglor does come with a few downsides. Traffic, like in the rest of Bangkok, is one of the biggest issues here, particularly inside Sukhumvit Soi 55. Noise can also be a factor, especially if you live close to the nightlife areas. Another key downside is costs. Everything from rent and daily spending tends to be higher here. But beyond the practical challenges, there's also the overall feel of the area. Because while Thonglor offers a lot, it can sometimes feel like the area is built for lifestyle than a place people naturally live day to day. And for some people, that can make the area feel a bit less grounded compared to other parts of Bangkok. Thonglor can work for families, but it depends on your priorities. There are international schools, activity centers and various facilities nearby. However, the overall environment is more lifestyle focused than family focused. Compared to areas like Ekemai, which often feel more balanced, Thonglor can feel busier and more oriented around dining and nightlife. That said, for family who prioritize central locations, convenience and access to amenities, it can still be a viable option. When it comes to nightlife, this is where Thonglor really stands out. The area is one of the main nightlife districts in Bangkok. You'll find a wide range of bars, clubs, rooftop venues and higher-end restaurants. Evenings here can be lively, energetic and sometimes crowded. For some people this is a major attraction, for others it can be a drawback. If you enjoy going out and being in the middle of the action, Thonglor is definitely hard to beat. Thonglor is best suited for people who prioritize lifestyle, convenience and social living. It's especially popular with singles, young professionals and people who enjoy dining out, socializing and being close to everything. If you like to be in the middle of the action, Thonglor is one of the strongest areas in Bangkok. But if you're looking for something that feels more grounded, more local or more family oriented, other areas like Ekemai, Prakanong, Phrom Phong might be a better fit. So in the end, Thonglor isn't necessarily about whether it's good or bad, it's about whether it matches your lifestyle. So that was my take on the area of Thonglor. I would say it's a bit mixed area depending on who you are. If you're coming here as a single or young professional, focus on your startup business, or maybe you already made it, then I think Thonglor is a great option. your friends are probably living next door, and there's a lot of opportunities to go out, co-work, and go out in the evening and have a few drinks and stuff. But if you're coming here with your family, I might think you will prefer living somewhere else, less hectic. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. In the next one, we are checking out the area of Phrom Phong, which is one step closer to the city center than Thonglor. The video is probably going to be up in about 4 weeks, because in the next videos and the videos after that, I'll be traveling around Hong Kong, and then afterwards the jungle of Borneo. But if you're watching these videos from the future, then you'll probably find the Phrom Phong video up here somewhere. Don't forget to like this one, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.